Hello, I'm Richie McMullen. This is the application I've created using a programming language called Processing for my mobile authoring CA. The idea of the application was to promote the course that I'm currently doing in DKIT, Multimedia Web Development. So this is the home page. You've got a logo, the DKIT logo at the top. You've got a little information tab that gives you some information on stuff on who created the app and stuff like that. And you've got an image slider just to give sort of some visuals on the college itself. So I suppose I'll just tap the information tab at the very top. So I just tap it. It just gives you some information about myself, who created the app, what version of processing was built in, and some little details like that. So if I just exit, I'll just press the home button to exit that tab, the information tab. So if I go to the next menu item on the very bottom, so this is information about the course itself. So this gives some information on the course, some contact details. What I've added here is an animation of the turbine. The turbine's a prominent feature around the college, so I just thought it was nice to sort of, use that and in a nice sort of animation. It also has. I've also added sort of an audio piece down here where the user can go in and listen to an audio piece. It was a promo audio piece that I've created back in first or second year, so I'll just play that now.
Interested in creating applications for the web? Dundalk Institute of Technology offers multiple opportunities within the creative multimedia sector. Prepare yourself for an ever-growing multimedia industry by completing a Bachelor of Science degree at DKIT. Set yourself on a path to become the next graphic designer or web developer at Dundalk Institute of Technology.
So I'll just scroll over here and just stop it. So that's the audio piece. So it gives them I suppose, the visual, the text description of the course, and an audio description as well. So if I just go to the next page here in the tab, it's the technology streams. So as you see, you've got a typewriter effect text down the bottom, just to give a little sort of a caption and just a nice little effect. What I've done on this page then is I've created sort of a list view, something we're fairly familiar with all mobile devices. So I've stripped out all the different technology streams, so software applications, database for the web technologies, and so on. So if I just go in and click software applications, it brings me to another screen, and it just gives me some detailed information on what's involved within building software applications. And then I've just added a nice visual image just to give them a better understanding of what the topic is about. So I'll just click up here and I'll go back and I'll just click in the next one. So each of these are just static images and text. So they've all got different images to represent the different technology streams. I'll just go through each of them. So there's the authoring and professional development, so entrepreneurial stuff and stuff like that. So that basically just gives them a general overview of the different areas within the course, and it has some nice visuals down at the bottom, and again the typewriter effect just to give it a nice little effect. So if I go to the next page on the tab, which is the skills acquired page, this is just giving them some information on what skills to learn throughout the course, and just to give them a brief idea. Again, I've added an image just to kind of jazz the page up a little bit. And then on this last page on the tab is the jobs opportunity page. So this page here just gives them some general information on what jobs they could potentially get into after they've completed the course. I've added some animation down here. You can see the clouds coming across the screen, and I've just added a little animation of a car going to work, I suppose. And the workplace here in this instance is Google. So I suppose it's just a nice little animation just to show them, that this is I suppose the progression from college life, that to working in a place like Google or something like that. So yeah, that's basically it. I'll just scroll down here now maybe and bring up the code editor just to go through some of the code. I won't go through it in detail, I'll just briefly go through it. So this is my imports for my sound files and stuff like that. This is my slider images array, and then I've got all my global variables for anything I've used, and then I've created a lot of variables for my different classes. So I've got a buttons class, a fonts class, and a panels class. So I've used all these classes. I've set up instances of all the fonts I wanted to use, all the buttons I wanted to use, all the panels I wanted to use, all that type of stuff. So anything I wanted to use here, I've created the instances of the class. And then down further, I've divided up all my pages into separate functions. So here you can see the home page, which has a background, and then all different elements. So this is, an instance of one of the classes that I've created up and the setup. So I'm just using it and displaying the particular font here. So I've done that for each of the pages. Each page has their own function, and it's all populated with different elements. And this info page here, so this is the start and stop audio buttons is created here. So yeah, that's basically it. These are the different panels. So the technologies page with the web technologies page, the interface design page. So this is essentially the contents of the list view. And then at the very bottom, I suppose, I've just got some helper functions. So typewriter text effects. So this is where on my technology page, this is how the text effect is controlled through this function. A couple of different if statements in here just to do some different sort of calculations and different timings on when when the first line is complete, the second line comes in, and so on. And then this is just a little mouse cursor I didn't actually mention during the video, but what I've done is I've used the sort of transform on mouse move. So I've used translate to change the image of the cursor as the mouse moves, just to give a sort of that cursor effect. I know it's not really a feature you'd see on a mobile device, but just as a demonstration of using transform. And then this function here basically just creates the credits, display credits. So the creator of the app, so on, and so on. I'll just go in maybe and show you my buttons class. So this is just a buttons class, where I've shown on the main file where I can create instances of this button and use them throughout the app. So here's the constructor, and this then just creates the button based off of what's passed in. I've also created a font object which just allows me to create different fonts, different sizes, and without having to use all of this everywhere. I can just use the instance and call make font, and pass in the different parameters to construct whatever types, styles, and sizes of fonts that I want. And then the panels class is basically just the same again. It's got a constructor. I've just put a switch statement in here to position arrows and stuff like that on different sides, depending on what type of a panel that I'm using. Again, it creates the class, and that's basically it. So that's me. Thank you.